Good morning, everybody. Well, it is Sunday. I think it's the 27th, April 27th today. That's the Tenderman where we had dinner last night. We're leaving town. We waited before leaving because of the rain. It was raining this morning, so we kind of waited it out. Seems to clear up a little bit, but they're calling for rain all day today, so it's going to be one of those wet hikes, which is all good and well. But yeah, so this is the town of Tyndrum, Scotland, and today we're hiking to a place called the Bridge of Orchy, and that's a 6-mile hike. It's very short, not like our 50-milers, so it should be pretty good. I was told that this section is kind of smooth, flat, not difficult, and one of the easiest sections on the West Highland Way. So we're leaving the Green Welly Stop, place for all the hikers. Yeah, so nice little town. The B&B that we had was real nice. It was modern. Like a lot of these places they have modern upgrades, like modern lighting, modern furniture, modern bathroom fixtures. Very nice. So we had a nice stay at our B&B. And these places are always crowded, so you always have a lot of hikers coming through, kind of like the PCT trail. And all the hotels get filled up right away, and so what you have to go to is then the B&Bs, the Airbnbs, and that's what we rented. Anyway, I will see if I can catch up with my pals, my hiking buddies, and get on this trail. All right, I'll flip the camera on so you can see them. There you go. Beautiful little cottages here. It's a nice little town. Tyndrum, Scotland. All right, I will pick it up on the way to the Bridge of Orchy. All right. And I am back. All right, so we are a little over 5 miles into our 6-mile hike for today, on our way to the Bridge of Orchy. And this is basically all we've been seeing throughout the whole day. It's been raining, but not terribly. There's the side of this mountain. Yeah, it's been drizzling, then it'll stop and it'll drizzle, but it's not been terrible. Fortunately, my rain jacket is holding up. I'm still dry inside. But yeah, so we got about a mile to go. I think I heard a gentleman say that the Bridge of Orchy has got some historical reference to it. So we'll take a look at that. It's near a train station there in that town. Not even sure what the name of the town is. I know the bridge is called Bridge of Orchy, but I don't know if the town is called Bridge of Orchy, but we'll find out. Anyway, I will pick it up once we get into town. But here's another panoramic view of the Scotland countryside. Yeah, there's a railroad down there we've been following for a while. Haven't seen a train though. And that's a narrow gauge. If you guys are familiar with railroads, that's a narrow gauge rail, which means it takes smaller light rail, kind of like commuter trains, when a small wheelbase. Yeah, Still a beautiful countryside. Anyway, we will pick it up once we get closer to town. All right. Hey guys, I am back. Yeah, we made it to the bridge of Orchy. It's just a really small town with like one hotel and a couple of other smaller buildings. Very small up here in the mountains of Scotland, northern Scotland. But yeah, we're in our hotel room. Kind of a small hotel room for compared to the ones that we've been staying in. But anyway, yeah, we got here just a couple of hours, like 2.5 hours of hiking in the rain. You know, got a lot of stuff wet, but my pack is dry, but everything outside of it that was hanging on it got all wet, but that's fine. It'll dry out, no problem. Anyway, yeah, that's our view from the back, in the back of the hotel. So I will end it here, and it was a short day today, but we'll pick it up again tomorrow and go from there, because we've got to go from here to the next town, and I don't remember the name of it, but I'll pick it up in the morning. All right, have a good night. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's April 28th. It's Monday, and we're just leaving the bridge of Orchy. That's the hotel that we stayed in, and the town pretty much is that hotel. There's nothing else here. There's campsites, a main highway, and a church, and that's it. That hotel is the whole thing of village of Orchy. So we are headed northbound on the trail again. And we've got a 13.2 mile day today. So we're gonna get going. It's rainy, we got some rainy weather. Yeah, so as I was saying, we've got some rainy weather today till possibly lunchtime, maybe a little bit after. And hopefully the sun breaks out and get a little bit of sunshine, but I'm really hoping this rain stops today. My pants were soaked yesterday. Kind of makes for a miserable hike. But we got through it, and had a nice dinner last night, had some good sleep, and good breakfast this morning. And now, as soon as we get out of the gates from the bridge of Orchy, we're actually going to start climbing. And here we go. I will pick it up here along the way, but with all this rain, you can see the rivers are just, and the streams are just rushing. So we'll see how that goes. We get gates like this everywhere, because you actually hike through private farms, and every farm has its gate, in and out. All right, I will pick it up down the trail. Okay, hope you're having a great day. If not, make it one. As always, it's all up to you. Okay. am back. Just wanted to point out that along the way on the West Highland Way they have these little shops where they serve like snacks to the hikers, coffee. We've gone about 2.2 miles already and stopped here for a quick cup of coffee. Our group is already gone. There they go. Right up there. I'll catch up with them. But yeah, little shops here. I'll flip the camera around where you can pick up a snack, coffee, juice, whatever. Pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna get back on trail and we'll pick it up in a little while. All right. You know, I never found the bridge of Orchy there in the village of Bridge of Orchy, but I was told that this one was built about the same time. So, very old bridge. And these bridges were built by the British Army to get the troops across these rivers, of course. Very old. Nice river. Nice campsite. There goes my group way over there. We'll catch up. We're going to be heading around this way, turning, and then once we get over here, we're going to start climbing again. So it's going to be a great day. Okay, we'll pick it up later. Wow, this is the water that's just coming off the fields. There's just fields up there. Water just coming off of the fields after all this rain that we've been getting here in Scotland. Yes, we've been getting a lot of rain over the past 3 or 4 days. And that's the result. All right. Hey, I'm back. Well, for the past half hour, maybe an hour, we've been climbing. It's like a never-ending climb along these tall hills. It's just like a never-ending slog up this hill. It reminds me of the large prairies or the big prairies in Nebraska, where when you're going up, it just goes up and up and up and up forever. But this has been a long one. I've been climbing for about more than an hour, I'm thinking. Little by little, just a constant incline. Constant incline. I keep gaining elevation. But it looks like I'm running out of mountain. Hopefully, right? Look at this nice waterfall coming up for these hills. Beautiful. Nothing like California, where it's dry, bone dry in many places. Here it's wet every day, almost every day. I'm hoping it breaks, the rain breaks in a little while. But way back over there I could see it may be raining. We'll see. All right, continuing. Guys, I am back. This little bird over here. I don't know what he's called, but kind of cute little bird. Anyway, I just wanted to stop and take a video of this beautiful mountainside. Well, we're almost 7.5 miles in already, and still trying to get through this huge valley in between this mountain range. But we're going to go up and over this saddle right there. I don't know if you can make it out. There's a saddle right there. That's where we're going to go up and over. So once we get up and over that, then we'll drop right into the town where we're going to be staying in. So we'll see what that looks like. I'll pick it up when we're up to that hill. But in between that, we're going to probably stop up there somewhere and have a quick lunch. Okay, we'll pick it up later. This is a really good shot here. You can look at all that water is making its way down. All these little streams, all these little lakes. And way over there, and I'll zoom in on it, there's a lake, a bigger lake that it's all flowing into. That's where all this water is going to. Yeah, a lot of water flowing today. Anyway, we have to climb this ridge. We're going to go over that little saddle and then drop into the next town. So here we go. All right. Hey guys, I am back, and we are about 10.8 miles in, and I just want to take a video of these wigwams. They're circular wigwams. They're hotel rooms. They go all the way down there. This is the Glencoe Mountain Resort, and you can rent those out. We're not going to stay here though. We're just getting a quick bite to eat, and then we're going to head down to our hotel, which is way down over there by those trees. Those trees right there. So, but yeah, it's a pretty nice looking resort. And they rent out those wigwams if you ever want to come by here, northern Scotland, and stay at the Glencoe Mountain Resort. All right, we're going to get a bite to eat and then get going. Hey guys, I am back. Well, we just left the Glencoe Resort Cafe, and now it's just a 1.5 mile walk down to the hotel where we're going to be staying. Yeah, so we stopped there, had some coffee, had a couple of snacks, and it was real nice. Got a nice rest, had some good snacks, and it's not raining. I just got the hood on because the wind is blowing and my hood just stops the wind so I don't get so cold. But take a look at this, take a look at these mountains. They're unbelievable, right? I'm going to flip the camera on so you can see what's in front of me. Alright, so yeah, we'll be in, our hotel is underneath that mountain. But the way these clouds just go right over these mountains make them look real beautiful. We stopped here when we first got to Edinburgh. We took a little cruise with a bus, and it brought us over here, dropped us off, and it showed us. But I'm telling you, we saw so many places that day. It was kind of like a distant memory. But when I finally came up to this place where there's some flags flying there, then it reminded me of when we stopped here and we saw these hikers coming through here. And I thought it was because they had stayed at this resort, but no, this is actually the trail. This road here is really the trail. And then it continues on the other side of that road. I don't know if you can see that guy with the orange backpack up there, but he's crossing the road and he's going to be on the trail on the other side of the road, the other side of the highway. Anyway, kind of beautiful. Marshy land here. Okay, continuing. I'll record when we get back down, when we get down to the hotel. All right.